Hello friends, welcome to my channel SDET QA Test Automation, and this is our fifth session on Nightwatch training. So we were seeing that how we will do the configuration in the Nightwatch. We have seen the part 1 yesterday, and still there is a lot of thing left in the configuration part. So we will resume the Nightwatch configuration in this session also. So till now we have seen that how we can configure the source folder, test settings, WebDrivers, Selenium, custom command path, and we have seen that what is the use of that one also, like global path. Now you see that whatever this backward compatibility mode, it is telling it accept the boolean. So by default it is value as false. You can make it true also. What it means that this browser compatibility mode is like that. It is telling that in Nightwatch version 1.x, when user with await operator API command will return the full result object as value. Maybe you will not understand this time, okay, because you will see that what is this await. Okay, so who are the people who don't know about that the JavaScript asynchronous command? They will face the difficulties in understanding this one, I'm sure. So I request you people to go through the JavaScript tutorial whenever it is available, wherever there is a lot of YouTube JavaScript tutorial is there. You can find it, or even you can find it in the W3 schools. So what you have to do is go to the W3 schools plus JavaScript. Okay, and here you can find the very good JavaScript tutorial. This is like you can go through, and there are a lot of things is there you can learn from here. Because if you have to work on the Nightwatch, you should know about the JavaScript and the Node.js. Okay, I will give you one link also that from the YouTube. That one YouTuber is there that has very good JavaScript tutorial. So I will give the link in the description. Okay, so what it is telling that in version 2 the value is returned directly. So whenever in a value it will return, so it will directly it will return. So if you want the backward compatibility mode, so you have to make it true. Okay, so this just I'm understanding. I'm not going to use it right now. And this is the disable global APIs, which is again it will accept a Boolean value, and which is like by default it is false, and you can make it true, right? And what is the explanation of that one is disable the global APIs like browser, element, expect. So this might be needed if you're using the third-party libraries, right? So if you're using any third-party libraries, then it will be required. So right now these things is not required for us. So we are skipping our configuration. Okay. So now we will move to the next part of the configuration. Okay. So the next configuration is the test runner, right? So how you are going to use this test runner? So you remember initially I told that in Nightwatch they have introduced Nightwatch version 2. They have introduced a test runner called Cucumber, right? So if you have to use the Cucumber for the Nightwatch, you don't have to use any extra APIs. It is by default given. So right now you can see that the type is Mocha. They have given the Mocha is also a test what is called API is there, test API which you can use for testing, right? As a Cucumber, the Mocha is some other um, so by default it is runner is Mocha, you can see that. So Nightwatch is by default it is given as a Mocha as a runner. Okay, if you have to use the Cucumber, that is another way is there to use it, so that we will see it later. So right now we will see that how we can define the test runner. So it will either accept as a string or it will accept as a object. Okay, so what we have to do it, let's see this. So I have opened the Visual Studio Code. So what you have to do is just copy this test runner part and paste it, and as it is creating a string or an object, so I'm just going to define an object. Right now I will leave it blank. I don't require anything. By default it is going to use the Mocha. Okay, or I can use this whole object also, they have whatever example they have given. Okay, now come to the parallel process delay. What this means that once you are running your test in parallel, okay, then you want that, suppose you are running 3 or 5 clients at a time. So if you want that the clients will delay in opening, then you have to specify it, and the time you will be giving it, it will be in a millisecond. So by default the time is, if you are not giving any time, then by default it is, means if you are not defining the parallel post process delay, it will be automatically 10 seconds. If you want to increase it, you can increase it. Okay, so I am going to give it parallel process delay, and I'm going to default the default value as it is an integer. Okay, now next is enable fail fast. It is boolean and the default value is false. So enable aborting the test execution when the first test failures occur. The remaining test suite will be skipped. So what this means that in once we are running multiple test cases, so as soon as the first test will fail, it will skip all the test cases. So if you enable this, so we don't want this, right? So you can use it also, right? So what I'm going to do is enable fail fast, sorry, and I can make it false because I don't want that it will fail all the suits. Okay, now come here, test workers. This is the important part to run, to understand the test workers. What it will do basically, the test workers will basically allow you to run your test in parallel. Just look into that one, what it will accept. Either it will accept a boolean or an object. Okay, the boolean means test workers. If you want to not to run like, you can give it like that. Okay, sorry, test worker, and if you give like that, false, right? So it means that you don't want to run in parallelly. So let me just disable it. And if you want to run to the parallel, so what I have to do it, test workers, and I have to create an object. Now see what are all the value inside that will come. Okay, so we have to pass the data in that fashion. Okay, sorry, copy paste, right? So here you can see that enabled value is true, workers auto. Now what is this auto? Whenever the auto you will give based on your machine configuration, if you are running your test case in parallel, the Nightwatch will decide based on your machine configuration how much client it will execute. So you will not going to decide it. Nightwatch will decide it. Either it will launch 3 browser, 4 browser, 5 browser. Okay, based on your machine configuration. Okay, but what if you want to specify yourself that, okay, I want to run the 3 client. I want to run 10 clients. So what you have to do is you have to go with, in place of auto, just specify the number of count, how many client you want to execute it, and it will work fine for you. Okay, I think I'm clear. And if you make it false here, okay, one more option is there, like if you make it false, what will happen? It will not execute parallelly. Straightforward, it will not execute parallelly even the worker is specified. So I hope I am clear. So the test worker will work if you want to execute your test case parallelly. Okay, now here you can see that the next setting is test session settings. So now where we are going to use it. So this test session settings will be used once you are going to use the test settings, right? under the base settings, you have seen the test settings, right? Inside that one, these settings will be applied. Okay, there are a lot of things are there, like how we can generate the screenshot, like a start session, what will happen, any if any session will fail, whether you want to skip test case on fail, whether you want to use the XPath by default. Okay, why they have given that one? Basically, by default, Nightwatch uses CSS. So if you have to forcefully use the locator strategy as a XPath, so you have to use XPath. Okay, now some filtering settings are there, some output settings are there. So now the first, let tell you this output settings before going to the test settings and other settings. So what is this output setting? So the below settings can be used to control the output and logging when the running the test. So this is very useful settings. So output folder, what is this output folder is there? This is a string. The default is test underscore output. The location where the JUnit XML report file will be saved. So whenever the Nightwatch test case will be executed, so it will generate a JUnit XML report file. So where it will be saved? So that place you have to give it. If you will not give it, by default it will go and save it. Okay. So what I'm going to do it, I'm going to create a folder. Okay. And sorry, it is going in this global.js. I'm going to create a folder, and I'm going to name it as reports. Okay. So I'm using this same thing, so let me use in that fashion only, right? So let me use this on the top of these things. So the output folder, I'm going to give like that, output folder, and the value will be reports, right? Here it goes, right? So what will happen here? Whenever the Nightwatch test case will run, the JUnit report will be saved in that directory. Okay. Now, what is this? Disable color. That by default is false and the type is boolean. So control whether or not to disabling color of the CLI output globally. So whenever you will execute the test cases, so in the terminal, you will see that the output will be coming. Okay, and the output will be either if you want to be display in the color or not, then that setting is helpful for you. So what I'm going to do it, disable color, I'm going to make it false because I want that, okay, my output look good, right? The next is live output. Thus this is, again, it is taking as a boolean value, and by default it is false. So what is telling that this option is only useful when running test in parallel. Okay, so whenever you are running the test in parallel, you want that because you want that, okay, five clients are running. Okay, means suppose 5 Chrome are running, and one test case is 5 test cases is executing in 5 clients, right? So maybe there is some delay in that one, right? In one client, it's given some logs, console logs, and it printed. Another also printed. So if you want to get this live output, so it will help you. Okay. So what I'm gonna do it, the live output, I'm gonna make it true. So I want to get the result in the real time. Okay. The next is silent whether to show the extended HTTP traffic commands log from the WebDriver or Selenium server. If you want to get to show the extended HTTP command logs that is coming from the WebDriver or Selenium server, if you want to see this, then you have to make it false, otherwise leave it true. Okay, so I don't want so many extra logs, so I will make it true. Okay, output, it is telling that used to disable CLI output completely. Okay, whether you want to disable the CLI output completely, whether you want, then you can use it. I don't want it, so what I can do it, I can make it false. Okay, the next is detailed output. By default, detailed assertion output will display while the test is running. So this is says this is to false if you like to see only the test case name display at passed and fails. Detailed output is disabled by default when running test in parallel. Okay, so this is telling that if you want that some assertion will occur, so if you want to see that okay why this assertion is, why this is failing, so if you want to get the detailed output, then you have to use it. So I'm gonna make it, if I want to run this the test case and I want to see that why it got failed, so I will make it true. But for parallel execution, this is by default it is disabled. Okay, this is disable error log. Set this true if you like not to display error log during the execution of the test. They are shown at the end always. So what it is telling that the error log what is coming anyhow they are going to show in the end. Okay, so by default it is false. So if you want to make it true, you can make it true, but I prefer make it false because already it is going to be display in the last once the execution will be completed. Okay, this is the output timestamp. Set this true if you like to see the timestamp next to the logging output. So if you want to see the timestamp, how much time it has taken, so for this you can make it true or false. So I am gonna make it true. Okay. Next is log screenshot data, used to enable showing the base 64 image data in the log when tracking the screenshot. So if you want to log the screenshot data, you can use it. So yeah, I want this, so I will going to make it true. Okay, so this is all about the output folder settings. The next is WebDriver setting, and after that there is Selenium settings. So basically I'm going to use here completely the Selenium. I'm going to leave the WebDriver here because WebDriver I'm not going to use it. Okay, I'm directly going to use the Selenium because it is why you can understand it. I'm going to use the binaries on the jar file, the Selenium jar file that is available from the Selenium, and it is useful and it is what it's called a stable. Okay, so I'm going to use this Selenium settings and the Selenium configuration for our running the test cases. So what we left out here is the test settings. Okay, and the next is the Selenium setting. So I am stopping the session today. Okay, so what we have covered today, that some settings, that is the what we can do with the output settings. Then we have seen that how we can enable the parallel settings in the configuration. Okay, so this is very useful settings. Tomorrow we will see that how we can do the test settings, okay, which I have seen in the here base settings. So these under these test settings we will be doing, before that one we will be doing some other settings like okay, wait a minute. Okay, like this filtering setting, like a screenshot and others. And after that, we will be going to the Selenium settings. Okay, so be with me and we will go with details. Once the configuration will be done, then we will start writing the test for the Nightwatch, and we will execute the Nightwatch test cases, and we will see that how the our execution is going on. Okay, so thanks for watching my video. Have a nice day. Bye.